Hey, you. You said you're getting pregnant? Nice. Hold on. Oh, that's me.
all I had to do was hit a button and people could hear me. Gotta hear me. You can't hear the music. That's not good. I don't know how loud it's gonna be later. Then I gotta come over here and I gotta hit the Discord button, or no, the OBS button. But I'm gonna hit transition, and now y'all gonna see the fact that I don't have a good webcam like Adrian. So I have this fun little thing going on. Hi, welcome to MTG Stack. My name is the Trigger Man. And you're seeing my face in 3D. I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking at you. We're here today to build Extus. Let me see if I have the architect thing still around. Oh, I do. You can't look at it right now because I'm on that scene. We're building a fake Voldemort. We're building the not real Voldemort. I see people in the chat talking about the new, yes, the Stuff of Nightmares infamous. That was the goal. I see people. What? Take the music, and I'm hearing like an executive like booming voice in like the back of my brain saying I need to turn the music down or something. That's strange. What if I do this more? There, now y'all can hear the music as loud as I can right now. See, it's funny that he said that in chat and he messaged me at the same time. There's no follow-up punchline. Hi, welcome to MTG the Stack. We're building Extus. We're building fake Voldemort. We're building Blood. Right now, if you go onto the Stacks Architect page right now, I'm actually going to type into chat a way to find the Stacks page. Hello, Brett. Welcome to the show. Boop. Haha. Linktree/MTG the Stack. You go there, you can find the Stacks Architect page. I'm going to keep on hitting the save button for Blood so that y'all can follow along. The goal right now is, yes, I saw your comment earlier, Mindslaver. It's another Mardu deck. There is one 3-color commander that was shown in this set, and it's Mardu, and it's a villain. How can I not? Who's in the back? No one's in the back. No one's here. Don't worry about it. Don't. Nazriel, I love the map. I don't know if anyone saw the spoilers for today, but I love the map. It's amazing. I guess right now this would be a good chance to confirm with chat. I don't know if Adrian wants to overrule what I'm about to say, but no, I can't play Islands. I don't know if Adrian wants to overrule what I'm about to say, but there were some people in our Discord that really wanted me to build Extus a bit more powerfully. No, Nazriel, I don't think this can be cedh, but originally the goal was to do this a budget style list at $125. Would y'all rather see a more traditional budget version for Extus or Overload? Goal around, what Adrian did with his last build, around $500. I want to wait till, chat can actually respond to that. I don't know how much difference it would make. It'd probably be how many, populate effects I have in the deck. But that's something I just wanted to throw out for y'all. Also, I hope I sound good right now. Right now, we're on a setup that's being used for the very first time. There's a lot of expensive equipment in front of me, and none of it's actually tuned, except this mic. This mic's amazing. Weird voice in the back of my brain. You sound good too. The stack rebound. I gotta talk to you like you're a different person than I expect. I believe Adrian said $125 budget. I love you, Mindslaver. I love you so much. It was either going to be a $125 budget deck that can play around with Frisia, Vega, and the likes, or it's going to be a $500 budget deck that can play around with, say, was it Thunderlord? The Thunder Conductor, for example, or other decks that we have coming down the pipeline. We tend to play at 3 different tiers of strength on this channel, and those are the weakest and middleist. Weakest and middleist? Yeah. Thank you, voice in the head. Extra middle, two threes. We'd be $25 for the 3rd color, yeah. It's more interesting to do memes, is what Infamous says. And the voice in the back of my brain is moving his mic. Everyone vote now on your phones. Any votes? I'm gonna click this. I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna look over here. Now I'm gonna click this button. Hi, Alexandra. Huh? Oh, that voice that was in the back of my head was very loud too. Y'all can't hear him because we've executive decisioned away everyone that's right here. Now I can't hear them. If I take it off, they can't talk to me, and that's funny. We're gonna do combos, but only what's in the budget, right? If it's a $125 budget, then we're not gonna do too many. I put my headset back on. We're gonna click the architect page, and it was a funny gag. Alicia in the 99 transition. Oh, I love that button. And here's Extus. There's the guy. Can I zoom in? Oh, look at that. Just in case anyone, for some reason, doesn't know what Extus is doing, what Extus is all about, we're going to read him while y'all still talk about whether or not we're going to do the 125 or 500. 2 black, 1 white, 1 other, legendary human warlocks. Double strike, so he's another one. He can secretly do commander damage and win. Magecraft, whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, return target non-legendary creature card from your graveyard to your hand. It's the non-legendary part, on top of just needing to play stuff after you play him, that makes me want to do a budget version, because I feel it can hang in the $100 area a bit better than, say, the $500 or the $1,000 threshold. And then the flip side is where the blood comes from. Awaken the Blood avatar for 8 mana. Sorcery speed. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you may sacrifice any number of creatures. Aristocrats, nonsense, doom travelers. The spell costs 2 less to cast for each creature sacrificed this way, so you can pay through commander tax. Each opponent sacrifices a creature, create a 3/6 black and red avatar creature token with haste, and whenever this creature attacks, it deals 3 damage to each opponent. In a $125 version, or even a $500 version, the main goal would probably be get a bunch of things out to sacrifice, play as many blood avatars as you can, keep attacking. It's potentially a very fast clock. Zeus is here with the $500 list. Paul is here with the hello. Sheldon, I'm definitely considering using this as my Marty Humans deck. This guy has a lot of potential. There's a lot of design build constraints in order to make him work, Sheldon. And that's what we're going to solve today. I just want to see 1 card in this deck. I don't have a strong preference either way. All right, 1 card in this deck. 1 card in this deck. There's a goblin I want to add. Oh, what's that goblin's name? Oh no, Calvin forgot. But I can click this button, and I don't think anything's lost. So we're gonna go to, it's this Commander Legends goblin that I'm absolutely in love with. I saw it on Twitter the other day, and it's just so good. Never considered, and it's gonna work no matter what we do, $500 or $125. Is it Impulsive Pilfer? Voice in the back of my head, the common Encore. All right, we're gonna go back to the architect page. Impulsive. Pilfer. Yeah, this guy. Oh, this guy's so good. Look at this. When he dies, you make a treasure token. That's it. That's all he does. The one for one. But then he has Encore, so later on you can get 3 more treasure tokens. Pitiless. That was close. This is the only thing I had in mind when I'm thinking about like what cards need to go in this deck, because it's 25. It's 25 cents. Boom. Save. Follow along at home, kids. I'm gonna look at Ponyback Brigade. Listen. What does Ponyback do again? Ponyback Brigade. So okay. This is the point of no return. If we add a card like Ponyback Brigade into this list, then we're definitely in the budget version. So, thoughts, feelings, concerns, up, downs, left, right, side to sides. Dab. Oh, you can Alicia this guy out too. Oh, that's good. So I'm gonna commit to this Pilferer and this Ponyback right now because I love it. But there are secret voices in the back of my head that are telling Nazriel it was the best meme pick. I love the meme picks. But we do actually need to think about the mana base, and we need to think about the mana base hard. We are committing right now, right at home, folks. We're going $125, which means we need to know how the frick frack patty whack we are building mana. I don't know if anyone else does this at home as well, but I do like opening up EDH rec and just looking at what manas are. Ugh. Expedition map. Flame Scroll Celebrant in this deck is mean. Put Flame Scroll in the back of your brain right now, Nosto. We got to think about mana. We got Stack Rebound. That's a good channel. You should go subscribe to the Stack Rebound plug. Command Tower from Rivals of Excellent. Command Tower. So we're gonna add this $70 Command Tower for some reason. I think that's a really good idea. See, then we come down here, we make it 35 cents, and everything's good. Command Tower, Nomad Outpost is probably necessary. Man, I've been trying so hard lately to actually play just untapped mana in most of my decks. Mindslaver, you're schizophrenic. What? Listen, friend. Mana base at Sheldon Rotondo. Is he here though? Listen. Mana base. That's the goal right now. Teysa Karlov is not mana base. But yeah, command Nomad Outpost. Is that map actually in Architect right now? It's not. Man, that's so unfortunate, because I really want to put that in, because that map would make stuff like the bounce lands so much better. The Triome, the Savai Triome is actually a good call, though that might not be budget. Savai Triome may not see Savai Triome is $10. I don't know if the other version is going to be cheaper. Probably not, because it's standard legal. Yeah, no, Savai Triomes is not going to cut it, because $10. That's. We are here for $125. The command doesn't count, but Temple of what? Silence? Silence is the white-black one. How do you plan to win? Alexandra, the way we plan to win with the budget version is we are going to cast Awaken the Blood Avatar, right? So we're going to awaken him. Then we're going to cast Awaken the Blood Avatar. We're going to awaken him. Then we're going to populate the Blood Avatar to make more Blood Avatars. We're going to blood the blood. And we're going to turn sideways. That is the plan right now. I really like the idea of going populate effects in order to actually get it through. But Temple lands, Temple of Lands, Temple of Lands. Oh yeah, like that, like Hadana's Climb, that temple land. We do want to avoid too many tap lands, but we're also on a budget and we're trying to hit all 3 colors basically at all times. Is Molten Echoes a land, or is it some sort of mana effect? because we are kind of interested in mana, like the sufficient effects, right? But we do want the tainted lands as well. Tainted? Wait a minute. I don't actually know the names of any of the tainted lands. Yeah, Badlands. That's a good one. Tainted Peak is the other one I want. Thank you, Dad. Boop, 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 boop. Tainted Peak. Look at that. Where did I See, Tainted Field got a reprint, right? Like, I don't know. This is $5, right? What is this? Alpine Meadow? I'm a little hesitant of adding the snow basic land types into the deck because I don't know if we're gonna have any effects that can abuse basic land types, right? And if you don't have a way to find a plains or a swamp in like some capacity, then these you'd rather play the gain of life lands before these ones. Isolated Chapel is actually like $5. Fun facts. But you know, really, we should be adding all of these into the into at least a maybe board so we can think about it. I think Bloodfell Caves is one of the gain of life lands, if I remember. Yeah, that's one of the gain of life lands. Caves of Kolos is definitely in budget because it got printed so many times, especially with the modern event deck. It's comment down below if you remember the modern event deck. Lantern Lit Graveyard. Let me look up Lantern as my brain just sort of like fries for a second. That's a weird one. Wait a minute. You can get the color, but then you don't get the land next turn. We might need to because it's getting our not white black lands is going to be a little tough. They tend to be more expensive. But the filter lands are going to be very good. So Fetid Heath, because I think they're super cheap now because no one wants. That's $6. I'm gonna just start adding lands and then we're gonna go from there. I'm gonna stop thinking about, oh man, what if the $6 too much? I don't know. I don't want to spend too much money on mana. Said Calvin never. Let's 98 cards in the mana crypt. You know, I thought about that. They're more expensive, but we might just need to make them work. Shadowblood Ridge. That's spicy nonsense right there. Why did that happen? Excuse me. Did you say it multiple times? Wow. I can't read. Actually, you only said it twice. The Kamigawa lands aren't great, says Infamous. You want to sack creatures, add high market? I don't know if I need to. No. We want to sack creatures to cast Blood, which means that's the time we'll do the sack. Cinder Marsh. And then Path of Discovery. I don't think Path of Discovery is a land. How much are the Pamaranas? Cinder Marsh. That's another one of the weird does not untap lands. That's a concerning one. Battlefield Forge will definitely be in budget. Sulphurous Springs will not. I know that for sure. I don't think we're running Temple of the False God. Because I don't think we're going to be hitting the necessary lands to make it do anything. For Boding Ruins, I don't think we need to run Strayer's Stronghold because our main win condition is going to have haste. This is the battlefield when you reveal a swamp. I hate these lands. Pathways are cheap right now. Castle from Throne. Okay, yeah, you're right. I can't play the Springs. Where's the Springs? I did not even add the Spring because I'm smart. See, I'm so smart. What's the budget? Asked Christoph. The budget is $125. Normally at this tier we play $100, but because we're 3 colors and we're dealing with the mana problem right now, we have an extra $25 basically to make it work. Withering Boon is a good card. It's not mana though. And did I already say no Slayer Stronghold because haste? Path of Ancestry enters tap, but it does the thing we want, right? Is sorcery a creature type? I wish it was. That would be funny. Then basic Lamau. That would work. We already have No Man's Outpost. I do personally, if we're already going tap lands, right? What is that cycle? Opal Palace? One of these commander lands I don't like because you get to. This one, Opal Palace, is the one I don't like because you only get any color if you pay a mana. It's only a filter. Exotic Orchard is probably fine, but what is that cycle from Commander Legends, I think, where they're all common lands they can tap for a color, and when they enter the battlefield, you choose another color, but they enter tap. That's the cycle I'm thinking of right now. Exotic Orchard is probably fine. Oh, is it Jumpstart? It's Jumpstart. I have clicked and opened Jumpstart, right? Mythic spoiler. The Thriving Lands. So someone beat me to it. I think Thriving Lands are a good concession, right? Like, we're not happy playing these, but we'd rather be playing these than, say, the Vivid Lands, I think. Wait, what's Thriving's banned in Commander? Mindslaver, are you messing with me? I think you're messing with me. The bounce lands, right? Like Boros Garrison and stuff. I'm torn. They are my go-to, like, I'm trying to budget out a mana base. Let's just add these because they kind of like count 2 lands. Mindslaver might be. Mindslaver might be rebound. No, and no. I don't like the Vivid Lands is the thing. We went with the Thriving Lands because they basically do the same thing. They'll get you that second color you need as you like planning for the next turn when you need it. But they don't run out. That's why they're good. Myriad Landscape would be good. Myriad Landscape. We're gonna build up to like. We're gonna start cutting lands in a second, actually. Rakdos, Carnarium, and it's Orzhov Basilica. The bounce lands, like, realistically, the bounce lands aren't any slower than any of these other tap lands we're thinking about right now. And yeah, it's a budget deck. The second you start accepting that you're gonna play tap lands for budget constraints, I think the bounce lands just become good because they help ease on the number of lands you actually need to play in a deck, especially once you're 3 colors. I'd rather play bounce lands than Evolving Wilds, for examples. There's a car outside. I don't know if you heard that. But Myriad is actually I do actually really like Myriad Landscape. We're gonna get rid of that. I don't think we can actually afford those weird ones. All right, we're gonna start. I like making categories when I'm doing mana bases. Actually, save button. Now you can follow along. I like making categories. This one's gonna be called Good Lands because these are the lands that like we're actually kind of happy to draw into. And then we think about Sulphur Springs and we wish you could do it. Yeah, that's the idea, Carl. We're gonna start going into basics from here. Good lands. So we're gonna think long and hard about Sulphur Springs and ultimately abandon it. These are still good. Any other good lands we want to throw over there? So we have all the filter lands, but that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Can it be cheaper if I switch printings? Wow, man. Playing on Archidect for like budget is so weird. Man, good catch though. Okay, they say Mana Stack says cards from Jumpstart aren't allowed. I bet you if I had a conversation with them, I could see where they're coming from. But but Tainted Field. Tainted Field is a good land. Though Tainted Field might get cut if thinking about the number of swamps we're going to end up having. I don't know if I could actually play Tainted Field. Opal Palace is a filter. It doesn't actually add +1 to your mana pool when you need to have color. So I don't like it. Unlike Path of Ancestry, which is actually fine. Add Canyon Slaw. Wait, what did Canyon Slaw do again? No, Calvin, I think you're taking bait. But Calvin, you love taking bait. It does cycle, but it's 3. But it still enters tapped. Friend, I don't know. I've always used tapped out when making decks. Do you think Architect is better, and how? The reason why I think Architect is better is for this experience right here. Add and put it to good lands. Listen, I will from here. This will enter untapped, so that will make me happy. Now I'm just gonna minus that and not think about it. Now we're gonna have this section called Bad Lands, not that one. There we go. Great. See, it is only $2, but we're already at $35, right? Or technically like 20 something, or 29 because maybe we don't count the commander. But we're really gonna want to use that for the everything else. So we made a category called Badlands, not that one. Save so you can follow along. Boros Garrison, Orzhov Basilica, Rakdos Carnarium, Temple Lands, enter tapped. And then the thriving lands are sad. So let's look at this right now. 10 good lands, 9 bad lands, not that one. Really from there, we could probably just go with a lot of basics. Do we keep Myriad Landscape? I don't think we keep Nomad Outpost. I think we can actually get rid of Nomad Outpost, I think. Calvin's brain's farting. Does he actually think he can keep Nomad Outpost? We're getting rid of Forbidden Ruins for sure. No, you can't keep. Man, bye. What? Nomad? But it's so ugly. It's not actually ugly. Yeah, all the voices in my head and now all the chat is saying keep the outpost. I don't actually know how to build mana bases. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. That's a lie. We're gonna put this over in Badlands though, and we're actually gonna keep the Myriad Landscape because it's just always gonna feel good when it goes off. Hit the save button. Let's think about basic lands. There's no particular reason that we need like plains. We need to worry about a particular distribution right now, right? Swamp or mountain. So I'm just gonna build up to 36 and then we're gonna go from there. All right. Right now it's 10, 11, 21, 36, 15. So this needs to say 15 and that's easy peasy. Let's try better than thriving. Who are you rebound? Who is, that's a good question. Who is rebound? Is it me? Is it my dad? Wait, I can't make that joke. That's his joke. What is my joke? Is it Mardu? I don't know if that's a good joke, I'll be honest. We're building at 36, that's 11, that's 15. There we go. Oh, play at least 37 lands. Do you actually think we need to play 37 lands if we have all of these bounce lands? Like the Basilica, Canarium, and Garrison. What's the budget? The budget is $125. We will actually put that right here. Nope. It didn't work. I did it. $125 budget. I did it. Lands in the back. Boy, oh boy, do you need colors. Try your numbers, but oh boy, do you need colors? Why are you putting an exact number on lands? Because like I don't want to start adding so many cards that I don't want to start adding so many good cards effects that we think make the blood work out, that we eventually build out into like we have 20 spots left for lands left. I like starting with I have 36 lands here. Let's go into the rest of the spell list, and as we approach 100, we can start making more fine decisions from there. See, that was my thought, Tengman, but you know, TJ modal double face cards are probably going to be good, but it depends if they're cheap enough. But we are going to start moving into the mana rock section, I think. It shouldn't. Yeah, mana rocks don't actually change the number of lands that you should run. Mana rocks are just about being able to play at the speed that the rest of the table is playing. They're kind of bad, but they help with the fixing dynamite, and we are on $125. So you see. But we're in 3 color, which means there are a lot more like rocks we can play, and that is so good. I've been trying to brew in behind the scenes an Orzhov deck, and it's been so hard with the mana rock section because 2 colors don't. It's just basic math. There are more sets of 2 out of 3 than there are out of 2. Have you thought about Smoldering Marsh? Smoldering Marsh enters the battlefield on tap if you have so many basics, but we're going to have a fair number of non-basics that I don't know if we can make that work. Boros Signet and then Rakdos Signet, right? Rakdos Signet is a card. Rakdos Signet is like that much. That doesn't make any sense. And then the talismans, yep. Talisman of, hit the search button. Look at that. It's a miracle. So hierarchy is easy. Indulgence is not. No, I don't think we can do indulgence. And I don't, because of that, no, we can do conviction. That's right, we're enemy colors. But I'm not doing indulgence because that's a lot of money. The enemy cycle is a lot cheaper. But Soul Rain and Arcane Signet are really good. Come back to yes, that's the idea, Mango, is this, but we're at 36, that'll keep us focused as we approach 100, but as we get closer to 100, we can come back to the lands. We just need to make the decision of cutting lands and adding other cards in their place, like in concert. But we're gonna add Soul Ring because it's super cheap, because it gets printed all the time, and that's good. I think it's cheaper than that too. And Arcane Signet is a card that should have never been printed, but it has been. So, what a world we live in. And then Mind Stone. The actual, like, it will be cheap, but if we get to a point where, like, oh, I have like $50 left, I don't believe we'll get there. But if, let's say we get to that point, right? Then yeah, we can go back to the mana base and actually like make it a bit more efficient. But I would rather, especially at this budget with 3 colors, give the spell list the biggest space to breathe, you know? Breathe. Commander Sphere? Do you run Commander Sphere? Lantern? Wayfarer's Bauble is probably fine. And Solemn Simulacrum is going to get added anyways. Maybe it's not fine. That is $4, but I'm going to add it in just thinking about it. Solemn Simulacrum is just funny because it is a not legendary creature, so you get to do funny stuff with it. I personally don't like Fel. I personally don't like the exotic orchid effect, but we're in 3 colors. It'll work out often enough. It's not $7. I know that. Sort of the anime. It's probably not in budget, all things considered. Yeah, budget isn't bubble anymore. Bauble isn't budget anymore. Yeah, but this is awesome. So glad I found y'all's channel. Hey man, hey August, you have a good day too. Thank you for coming by. I hope later on you get to see this deck get pumped on the channel. Thank you for coming. Pilgrim's Eye is a card that does mana. Does Pilgrim's Eye do not? Pilgrim's Eye enters battle. It smooth. It doesn't add mana, but it smooths, right? I don't know. Commander Sphere is good recursion with Sun Titan. Sun Titan's cheap. Oh, who said that? Who said that? And I'm gonna look at Sapphire Crystal in a second, but who said the Sun Titan thing? Carl, I love you, Carl. Right? Sapphire Crystal. And then this has a cycling effect, and if we're already doing like some Sun Titan nonsense. All right, nothing about rocks anymore. No more rocks. There is going to be a cheaper Felwar Stone. Yes. Because this one's from the list, and we're just going to go click this one or we're gonna click this one, for example. Oh, we're gonna click this one. Wait a minute. We're gonna click this one. No, that was the one we clicked. We're gonna click this one. Oh, wait a minute. It might not be the best deck, but I'm having fun with the thought right now. And that's enough for me. Felwar Stone is not budget. When did this happen? Someone call the police. The 5th edition version. It's whiteboard. Why isn't it budget? We're gonna minus it. Yeah, it won't get cheaper. Bye-bye. And then Wayfarer's Bubble we're still not actually sold on, but Sky Crystal. But we're actually, let me sort this by CMC. I like seeing it like that. And I'm gonna hit the save button so you can follow along at home. This wouldn't be an issue on Moxfield. Hey man, I think this looks neat. Don't you think this looks neat? I think this looks neat. But now we're gonna do the fun part, which is adding creatures. We might have, if we end up cutting rocks, it's gonna be these 2 3-mana ones right here. Yeah, it's a lot. I was just thinking that it's a lot of rocks, but we cut the 3-mana ones. Listen, we now had to do the fun stuff. You know what the fun stuff is? Doom Traveler. This is the fun stuff. It's not that expensive in Europe. Hey man, I get that. I bought a Smothering Tithe for like $10. Technically not that long ago. Commander stuff is not that expensive in Japan either, but that's not where I'm at right now. And like, we gotta play by the rules. We're gonna add Doom Traveler. Let me look at Dualcaster Major right now for budget regions, because someone mentioned something somewhere else. It's only 25 cents. Wait a minute, I'm gonna add that right now. But we gotta go back to the fun section. Yeah, these colors don't have much ramp. Madman Go, like, see that 11 right there on the right? These are all my ramping growths. Doom Dissenter. Revelar, Sun Titan, Anafenza, Murderous Redcap, and Dualcaster Mage. Wait, Anafenza, right? Anafenza, Kintree Spear, I assume. Searching the Adventures creatures. This is only $2, so I'm gonna add this in. But now we are suddenly going so fast, I can't follow. Pitiless Plunderer is gonna be. Pitiless Plunderer is something I need to add because it's one of my favorite cards that I've been messing around with on the side. It's not budget, but we might still buy into it, right? But stop. Let me look up here. From Madman Go, that's a lot of rock, and we had that conversation. Keeper of the Accord, I think, is $6, right? And I've personally never been impressed with it, but I'm gonna add it in because this is the deck. From there, Carl still wants us to search adventure creatures, which we will. Now it's going a lot faster. In the time shift, we can probably find a cheaper one than the time shifted one. From there, so Pawn of Ulamog. What about Drenrith? Sun Titan, Pawn of Ulamog, Sun Titan. Where is that card? That Mayhem Devil. I'm gonna add those in. Guy Scott just posted a lot, and I'm not even gonna think about it right now. Mayhem Devil is only 40 cents. Sun Titan, right? We might end up actually cutting Sun Titan, by the way. And Pawn of Ulamog is actually really good, right? Because Pawn of Ulamog is going to make these tokens that you can sack to add 2 mana, essentially, for our Blood. I'm going to hit the save button, and now we are going to get rid of this. And we are going to advance search for the adventure, which we will find somehow. I don't actually know how to find. Can I do it like this? Woo! Thalis from Commander Legends. Thalis might actually be worthwhile. Keeper of the Accord in 3+ color decks. A maybe board would be good, Captain Dynamite, except I only have 2 hands and 2 eyes, and that's the main weakness of the maybe trying to set the maybe board right now. And I'm gonna look up. Does anyone know any easy way to search adventure creatures right now? Architect. This might suddenly be a weakness of Architect versus other websites. Savine's Reclamation is... I'd rather have Savine's Reclamation than Pawn of Ulamog. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, he's saying Scryfall search adventure, right? So I'm going to click this button. And we give me a second to set up on the stream thing over here. The stream thing over here. I want to make sure I get a browser. Wait, no, we want window capture. Why do you want adventure cards? I can gel of adventure cards. They are they're very efficient. I like efficiency. Efficiency is good. Window capture. Opera? I have opera? No, we're gonna do Chrome because I hit myself. Chrome, right? And we're gonna hit the OK button. Put it right here. Nether Trader is actually really good. Intensely good. Add filters, Calvin. Filter. Boop. Crop. That one. And now I hide the tabs so you guys can't see my porn. That's how it works. Whee! Adventure! This didn't work. Advance. Type line. Adventure. And search with these options. Song of... Okay. Sheldon has brought up Song of the World Soul a lot, right? So give me a second. Beep. We're going to look at this over here. I am going to click this button. Thank you, Mindslaver. Thank you a lot. Song of the World Soul. Look at this. Whenever you cast a spell, populate 53 cents. Yes! This is exactly what we were looking for. I'm sorry I didn't look this up earlier. Oh. Yes, they will be recurable spells with the commander. And I want to grab Nether Trader and I want to search up the access. Nether Trader is only $1.50, and like it's very good. It gets nutty buddy wuddy. And the annex, which I believe is Hardened Forge because he died or something. We're gonna create one more. Yes, that is good. That we can get a 6666 special. Any cheap creature haste enablers? We're not. I don't think we're looking for any particular cheap like haste enablers, because the main token we're gonna make has haste, and he's gonna be the main win con. The main win con is we're gonna awaken the blood avatar, and then we're gonna awaken the blood avatar, and then we're gonna awaken the blood avatar, and we're just gonna keep on doing that. Do I want to clone the backside? I might actually want to clone the backside. Anger would be a good haste enabler. And I gotta go back and search up adventures in a second, but I want to double check what Nightmare Shepherd does. Because if I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I don't remember. Because I'm still new at this game. Whenever non-magical creature control dies, you may exile it. If you do, create a copy. I don't know. Because if we cast the front... if we cast the front side of our commander, we can get creatures back, right? But as long as the front side's on the battlefield, we can't cast the sorcery. Woe Strider is amazing. Like, friend. Oh my god. I'm adding Woe Strider. I love Woe Strider so much. It's $4. I don't care. You see if the other version is cheaper. This is a good chance, Calvin, to make the Solemn the cheaper version as well. Probably. This is the cheap one. That's cheap enough. We added Woe Strider. Hopefully the other version is cheaper, right? Please be kind to me. Oh, yes, I love Woe Strider so much. Two cheap mana-wise popular cards in mono white. We just have one. So Nazrael, we're gonna have Viserys here anyways. I'm not forgetting about the adventure cards. We're just covering our bases right now. We're gonna have Viserys here anyways. Other cards we're gonna have. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Was it Martyr's Cause? Yes. Mwah! Love this card. This is one of my favorite cards. I will play this in not budget versions of this deck. Do you want to play? I don't think I actually want to play carry-on feeder right now. Adrian Arishtovic, yo, finally back from the gym. How's the spicy martyr brew going? Nonsense is happening, as you can see. Molten Echoes and Go Pseudo Tribal. I'm gonna add Martyr's Cause because I love this card, right? And then we did already add Viserys here. Guy did say Rootborn Defense, which is the response to someone's comment about populate effects. Hey, Inaki. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Utter Nonsense. Rootborn Defenses? Yeah, Rootborn Defenses. Populate, make another dude. Is Worthy Cause included? Hey, Brent. Welcome to the Gun Show. Welcome to Blood the Blood Show. Fanatical Devotion is the other one of the same kind, right? Because this is budget, you probably have both. Boop. But it is $2. That would be the one to cut. Worthy Cause. I don't know if Worthy Cause is included yet because I'm barely keeping up with myself right now. Mayhem Devils is already in the list. Me makes haste token copies. ME makes haste token copies. ME. I don't know. Me? Am I me? Sacrifice creature gain life equals sacrifice creature's toughness. But it's Yo, wait a minute. Have I seen Cursed Mirror from the Lorehold Precon? I have. That would 100% go in this deck. I think that card is awesome. Worthy Cause. I'm looking at this right now, and I'm thinking to myself, man, it's an instant. I don't actually know if I want to be using that in order to do the thing, right? But if you have the front side of Extus on the battlefield, and you get to that a little bit later in the game, you buy it back, but you still get the trigger off Extus, so you can get back a thing from the graveyard, and then you still have it. It can't. What can't copy our blood? Molten Echoes. Molten Echoes. Yeah, this won't copy the blood. Which is unfortunate. If we can go like, well, okay. With that said, this does combo with. Annoyed Procession cannot go in this deck. It is $40. Oh my goodness. How many free sack outlets do we want in this deck? Carrion Feeder could be good, but we're trying to win with the token. Carrion Feeder is going to add just +1/+1 counters to itself, and we are already at 4 sack outlets, potentially 5 if we add Cartel Aristocrat. Annoyed Procession is $40. We cannot add it. I'm going to put this in because it does a thing with Dualcaster Mage, and then we'll do other things. If we say go humans, that will work out. Impact Tremors is actually good. Yeah, $40. It's been the bane of my existence so far. That is $40. This is $3. Wow. Yeah, and deck's capped at $125. You can see it right there. $125 budget. Worst. Teysa would be good. I'm gonna look at Teysa, and then I'm gonna look at Jury Master. Teysa. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna look at. I know what Teysa does, and she's only like $3. But we don't have too many legendary creatures going on. The game goal Inaki is we are going to awaken the Blood Avatar, and then we're going to awaken the Blood Avatar, and then we're going to awaken the Blood Avatar. We're going to attack. People are talking about Jury, Master of the Review. Yes. That is exactly what you want. Perforos is probably too expensive. Hold on. I still actually... Can I do event? Can I search it from here? Oh, dude. We don't need Scryfall. Look at... No, not Adventure Humans. Just Adventures. Come on. Man, I'm a genius. All I had to do was click buttons. Have you ever, like... thought about clicking buttons before? The piece like... You could run a bunch of group slug cards to get everyone's life total down so you can wipe everyone out in one turn with the demons. Manabarb's Havoc Festival. That is actually an option. Revelark probably just needs to get added to the deck. I put a mental note for Revelark and Karmic Guide because, like, obviously, right? If you have a copy of Dockside, a lot of good things can happen. You're right. I'm going to look at these adventure cards for just a second. because they can do potentially good things, like damage can't be prevented this turn, but no one's playing damage prevention effects. You can destroy target artifact with the front side, and then this can just become a creature that you can play later if you need to. Sebastian is right. Grim Initiate's so good. Okay, Rebound is talking about Grim Initiate. Okay, Grim Initiate. If I hit Grim Initiate, what happens? It doesn't exist, obviously. Did you guys consider that? Grim Initiate, amass 1. Yeah, that does exactly the thing you want. That's so good. The budget is $125, Brent. Consider creature. Cycling creatures is going to be after the adventure stuff right now, because I still haven't actually gone through that. Red Cap, Murderous Red Cap is going to be good. Yeah, I didn't do that. I didn't add White Fogs to your deck. I want to see it. Why is it 25 cents there and $4 there? Altar of Dementia is just really good. And I might buy into it. Infinite Mana. There should be an Infinite Mana somewhere. Yeah, Inaki. You can cycle the creature card and then you cast a spell later. You can get it back. But that's really good with the front half. And our main priority right now is blooding the blood. Yeah, Aiden. Add your white fog effects to Wing Grace. You'll figure it out. I believe in you. Now I'm going to look up for a second just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't know. It's not meant to be a dedicated Aristocrats deck, but because we're doing sacrifice stuff anyways, like, it's hard to not already lean into that direction, right? And, like, stuff like Revelark and Karmic Guide is so good. It's so hard to not... That's really the problem when you, like, start thinking, oh, I'm gonna have a minor sacrifice theme, and then, like, some stuff over here, and then... And personally, I am a fan of, I have this one game plan, but, like, in the back, there is some combo going on that, like, as a check, just a check. Make sure you're respecting that as well as my blooding the blood. What about token focus Mardu? Like, I guess this is kind of already token focused. So okay, so something like Intangible Virtue might actually be good because we are making the 3/6 bloods, right? Give him +1/+1, give him vigilance, and then we have a 7 booty blocker. Genesis Hand would be worth it. Message retracted. Wow, we are not doing World Roger Dragon. It would be really good, but wait. No, by itself it does the thing. World Roger Dragon I think is too expensive. Hold on a second. Calvin, don't do it. Don't type in World Roger Dragon. But you want to type in World Roger Dragon, but you don't actually. It's $12. Nope. We hit the save button. Nope. That's tempting. Genesis Shaper would be worth it because we get to use the tokens the most. Animate Dead's not actually that expensive. But we're already... Oh, I'm gonna lose myself in the fucking World Order Dragon stuff. But Mana Geyser. Let's think about not World Order Dragon for right now before I get tempted by fate. We already have Rootborn defenses. Zulapar, Cutthroat, and Blood Artist, aren't they more expensive? For each tapped land your opponent controls. That's funny. That's very funny. But do we have a way to actually abuse a whole bunch of play Doomsday 2? Go all just yeah, true. Hidden stock. I don't think Hidden Stockpile is worth it because you got to pay mana in order to get the token to come out. Given to your desire, says Nazriel. Nazriel wanted me to do some nonsense. Blood Artist is $5, and I don't actually like Blood Artist. My favorite. What one is my favorite? It's the. It's not Zulapar Cutthroat. It's not Blood Artist. It's. I'm looking at her right now. She's a vampire. She is a vampire. stockpile. I don't know about stockpile because you gotta upkeep. Oh, you don't pay. You pay them in on a scry. Okay, hidden stockpile is actually good. And we don't need War Godger combo if we have Revelark combo. Cruel Celebrant. Oh my goodness, thank you all, chat. I was like looking at the vampire right now. Cruel Celebrant is the best one. Cause it's white and it's a vampire. Don't at me. Hour of Reckoning is very cheap. We are actually gonna add Hour of Reckoning right now. Yeah, destroy all non-token creatures, and you can tap. You can tap down all your everything, destroy all non-token creatures, and sacrifice the token creatures in order to cast Awaken the Blood Avatar. Dusk Dawn might actually be good, but the Dusk will blow up Awaken the Blood Avatar. So I don't know if we can actually push that. I do still want to add Revelark because it's just gonna be good, right? Revelark's just gonna be good. Soul Sisters. We might be able to get away with adding Soul Sisters. Oh, but no, there's more afterlife creatures we're supposed to have. Call of the Copper Horse. No, please beat the dead horse that is me, because I'm going to forget. So I hit that button, they don't come up. But if I just go to here, Call of the Copper Coats. This is actually a really good one. You just pick someone that's gone off, and just boom. Rise of the Dreadmar would be good, except it doesn't trigger off token deaths, which makes it hard. I hate austere commands so much, but I hate austere commands so much. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Cleansing Nova? I love you, Tybalt, but austere command me are not friends. We are not friends anymore. I'm gonna put that in there, and I'm gonna think about the Daxos. I assume the Soul Sister is Daxos, right? Hey, man. Right? And hold on. Oh, increasing devotion. Oh man, it can increase because that's what makes the front half so good. You add stuff like Lingering Souls and increasing devotion and all these effects that make creature tokens, but they still trigger the front half, so you can get creatures back if, you know, say they have died to any of your sacrifice effects, right? We are absolutely gonna we are gonna start losing ourselves completely in this deck list because we haven't gone through the adventure spells list left. Pitiless Plunderer, we do have Pitiless Plunderer, and we do have the 3-mana one, Paul of Ulamog. We don't have Sifter yet though, and I don't know if it could be good. Nightmare Shepherd exiles the stuff. I don't think we can go with that. We will add other afterlife creatures though, because they are my favorite, because all I have been thinking about the last 2 weeks are afterlife creatures, because I have a problem, right? Angelic Ascension hits any creature. Angelic Ascension is actually really good. Whoa, what happened? Friend, I want Ministry of Obligation. How about running World... Nazriel. Hinterback Walker might be too expensive just because it has its own like combo potential outside of here. Skull... What? Show you guys this spell, Calvary. So much mana, but we are casting our commander a lot. That's the whole point. What about encore creatures are definitely on the table. Is Wound Reflection still cheap? I don't know about that. Skull Clamp is probably not cheap, but we might need to add it anyways because it's we're gonna need to draw cards at some point, right? It's mana expensive, but like it's a finisher. I think it's a finisher, and I think it can work. And when you cast it, it gets copied. So besides a Flusterstorm, which won't be happening in this power level, just join in. You're running Populate cards. We currently only have Song of the World Soul and Rootborn Defenses, but Populate cards would be really good because more blood. And from there, there's... and they won't have many creatures as well. We got to add Skull Clamp right now. We are going to go like way above 100. Just... everyone embrace that right now, because it's just there is no way There's no way we're getting around this. Fury Storm, whenever you cast a spell, copy target instant or sorcery spell, you may choose new targets for this copy. Oh, that's so good. Oh. Genesis Chamber's already in. Wake the Reflections. I think that's just a 1 mana populate. Yep, that's a 1 mana populate, but that works out perfectly because we get the thing. We're gonna, so like at some point, yeah, we're gonna see this go over $125, but that's when we start cutting things down, and it'll be fine. Like we're gonna go over 100 cards as well. How about Fury Storm plus but as an addition, well, no, you get it on the stack, and that works, right? If you copy Flame, you don't have to sacrifice another creature, but it still counts the thing you copied. An angel token for every time you cast your commander. Honestly, yes. What is that one? Fire, ice, light arrows. What is that? I do want angel tokens for every time I cast my commander. That sounds amazing. Let me tell you. The Skull Clan version can be cheaper. Just like target creature whenever. What? Why is this red? No, put it in. That's so dumb. Imperial Storm. What? Listen, man. Wait, no, that's not Imperial Storm. This is Imperial Storm. Yes. Yep. That just. Woo! 4/4s. Here's a bunch of 4/4s. I don't think we're gonna do that one. Quarter Grace could be. Quarter Grace is good. How about Black? We're not adding Black Blade, I think, because that Black Blade keys off of legendary creatures, right? If it keys off of legendary creatures, it won't work with the Awaken the Blood avatar because that token is not legendary. It will not work the way we want. Let's make some things cheaper, right? Is this cheaper? Ooh, not by much. Just say goodbye to Core of Grace, guy. Say goodbye. Wave now. Bye. Bye. Okay. Kill your and pop. So good. There's a card that lets you cascade. It's from the precon. Okay, so I'm gonna start making some things cheaper, just so we're all on the same page. What was that thing that we just said? Thelise from Commander Legends is probably gonna. Yeah, that should be ended. Do we want Midnight Reaper? We don't. We at least want Grim Horror specs, actually. That's if you have space for only one. Yeah, Grim Harvest, Calvin. You're very. Oh, it was Architect. You actually want Grim Horror specs, not this one. There's a cheaper one. It doesn't deal damage to you, but then it's otherwise the same exact thing, and then it has morph. It's just better. It's just better. Is there a cat in the window behind? Is there a cat? What? No, I don't think so. That's Tiffany. She's in the shot. I can't fix that. It's like half. Yeah, it's like half a World Gorger. Leon's standard bearer. Hold on. I do actually like the idea of Thelise because we always have some way to make. We'll always have some way to make some sort of tokens, and then the white spirits we make off Thelise can be sacrificed to make the Bloodblade cheaper, right? So that's actually pretty good. No, you're fine. Mind Slaver, you're a cat? Wait a minute. Insult Injury? Okay, let me look at Insult Injury. But, after that, did you know, I still haven't gone through the adventure cards. I do want to go through the adventure. Damage can be prevented this turn? I don't like that. If a source would control would deal damage this turn, it deals double that damage instead. That's relevant. 2 damage to target player. I don't think it's worth it. I think it's a good card, but I don't think it's worth it just because we're already looking to like blow over 100, and I don't even have all my Afterlife creatures in here yet, right? If you're playing dual, how about Twin Flame and Heat Shimmer for infinite combo? The truth is I might actually cut Dualcaster Mage because we don't have a way right now for infinite mana into like infinite colored mana because we're going to need black in there in order to make it work. So that's a concern. Dramatic Finale, right? What does Dramatic Finale do? Yeet! I love this guy. I love this card so much. It's so cool. It tickles me the way, like, back when I first really started playing Standard, a little bit after Tempered Steel. I was black-white tokens, and like this is just peak casual Calvin aesthetic. He can copy the Blood. You are right, Nazriel, and he is 35 cents. You got me there. Copying the Blood would be good. Hold on. Consider this funny thought, right? You come over to subtype, and you type in adventure. Adventure. You sure want this guy, Calvin? He is. We all know how much you... Tuco, you got a point there. I will consider that. But maybe the truth is... Mardu Gain Rise Up. Twinning Staff. Blot out the sky. Blot out the sky may actually play. You know, since we might not actually have our commander on the battlefield, I don't want Providence Steel Legion. Joseph, don't tempt me with War Golger combo. I will be tempted. We're trying to be good. I think we all remember yeah, that's casual Calvin. That's not casual Calvin. God, I love that deck. God, I love that Teysa deck. Oh my god, I'm so excited to show you guys the future. Not this deck, another deck. So. Hear me out. Foulmire Knight might actually be good. I think just as a way to start moving through the deck, and he'll make a play the Abyss. Yeah, just add the Abyss. Adrian's all up and up about, like, we got to make sure we play on a budget and rip Mana Crypt out of all your decks, Calvin, even though, like, I only have, like, 2 main decks and only one of them plays Mana Crypt. But just Abyss. Granted, Abyss is in Zergo, which was the last Mardu deck I streamed, but that was mostly ice and water. It was like flavored water. I don't know about Spectral Procession. I think I'd rather have Lingering Souls because it's another cast. Baleful Strix, don't do it. I have 2 decks, and then I have a lot of like other things going on. When I tell people how many decks I have, I always tell them I have 2: Planeswalkers and Vampires. Though I'm about to actually buy Phrygia. Though I might actually just buy this. But no, Foulmire Knight might actually be good. Hey, add Mana Crypt. Listen, I'm going to add Foulmire Knight, right? Foulmire Knight is going to draw a card, lose a life, and then later we get for 1 mana, here's the thing. For 1 mana, we save 2 on Awaken the Blood Avatar, which is good. Mirror, maybe? The new Bitter Blossom from War of the Spark, you're going to have to... Oh, that's that Amassed one. I don't know about that. I don't know about the Amassed one. That... Because it'll only maintain 1 token at a time. That's not something I'm fond of. Merchant of the Veil is actually pretty interesting. Because you just rummage to move through your deck faster, and then later on it could be a creature, right? Yeah, Dreadhorde Invention. And yeah, Fridge. It's Fridge. Everyone knows it's Fridge, Adrian. Murderous. I love Murderous Rider so much. I have always loved Murderous Rider so much, but it doesn't get recurred. The Destroy Target Artifact Adventure is valid. It is probably valid, and I just added Murderous Rider. We'll deal with money later. Adrian, can I just make this a $500 deck? From now. Return target permanent you control to its owner's hand. Is that bad as a 1 white instant? Do you have multiple 4-mana creatures we would love to have access to? Do we have multiple 4-mana creatures we would love to have access to? That's a weird question, Infamous, and I don't actually know where you're going with that. Maybe the answer is yes. What if the answer was yes? What does that mean? Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand, and then it can't block. Is Grave Titan budget? I don't think Grave Titan is budget. And that was all the adventure creatures I can see right now. Shepherd of the Flock, like, Shepherd of the Flock could actually be worth it if we were playing the front half. The first game released for the set drop is going to be the budget game. The stack rebound. Do you mean the $100 or this tier, the $125, $100 tier budget? We do have Red Cat. bingo, bango, bongo. I'll bingo, bango to your bongo. So I'm going to hit the save button so you can follow along at home. We're going to remove the advanced. We've gone through the adventure stuff. I've basically plucked out the ones I like. We are going to look up flesh. Rither. Can you play Zephyr Necromancer? I don't know if we play enough humans. That's a weird guy. That is a really weird guy. I see what you're going with it, though. I don't actually think we're going to play it because we don't actually... we don't want to be just tutoring on turn 3. You will need to read. Okay, I'm going to put it in the maybe board because we're going to have to end up seeing how many 4-mana creatures we have. Adrian, our Master Breeder. Master Breeder might actually be good here because we will then sack the dudes. I'm actually on board. And also, Calvin. You're a little simp. You know what you like. There you go. We'll look into 4-mana creatures later, or like what 4-mana creatures we have later. But we're gonna have it there for like a maybe board nonsense. And I don't know if I can play Zephyr Necromancer yet. It might be worth going through the deck and like seeing if you can make it human. It puts it into play, but you have to cast. Wait, did I look at the right card? Oh, what effect am I thinking of? I'm thinking of that the Demir like tutor thing. No, that just puts it right. That puts it right into play. Was the third teysa mentioned already? I think we have the first teysa, and I just added the first teysa, and the second teysa was already in there, or the third teysa, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking transmute when I was doing that. We have not added Karmic Guide yet, and I think Karmic Guide that's a little pricey, but that might be one of the things we just have to buy into because we're not silly, right? Also Secure the Wastes. I don't think we add Secure the Wastes, but we will. Rally the Ancestors is actually nuts in the style of deck. The other Aristocrats deck I'm brewing right now, it's been a locked-in reanimate effect. Nazriel, you just spoke right into my soul. The second teysa is beautiful, yet also garbage. Pretty, but pretty bad. Oof. Annex Harden. Yeah, we should already have annexed. With my magnetized gloves. Wait a minute. I've had the prettiest hands on camera this whole time, so I don't know where you think these gloves are coming from. I've never actually played Twilight Drover, and Calvin still hasn't actually finished going through all the afterlife effects, right? So when you look at this guy, you think, oh yeah, he does the thing, right? But I can't sacrifice him immediately, and nor can I ever sacrifice him. I'm gonna veto that right now. The best hands are guys. You know what? I won't debate that. The best hands are guys. I'm cool with that. No, I don't want wizards. I want the most important keyword in the game. It's afterlife. Gate to the afterlife. Yeah, that one. Hey, check out Soul Foundry. I will check out Soul Foundry in a second. What about the new Sedmore Witch from Strix? Give me a second. Not all Strix cards are up on Architect, though I think all the ones from the set are. Hey, did the set finish spoiling and like the whole set's finished and now we're back to the Commander precons? Is that what's happening? I feel like that's what's happening. Seraph of the Scales is my babe. Don't at me. And then we got to remember the cat. What's the cat? Garrison Cat. Garrison Cat, so cool. We're using Doom to Princess Necromancer, might be okay. I have to take a look at this. Extus speaks to my soul, but I think he has a really low ceiling. A really high floor, but a really low ceiling. Teysa is already in there because I'm predictable. So we're gonna do that. Garrison Cat. Let me get these last like die, make creature token, simple stuff, right? Hunted, Witness. And if anyone knows any more in red, because I don't actually know. He is a cool... It's okay. No, just no. See, I think you're all talking about the same thing right now. I don't remember what Apprentice Necromancer does. Phyrexian Triniform? I don't actually know what Phyrexian Triniform does. Wow, that's really good. That's just, like, actually good for, like, other decks as well. Well, I haven't never thought about this card. Strix is fully spoiled. That is... Wow. Okay. That's unfortunate. So, Moto tokens, Dragon Fodder. I don't know about Dragon Fodder. But hold on a second. I want to check out Triniform. I at least want to humor it. He's telling me it's going to be too much mana, but I at least want to think about it. When it dies... So much. So much mana. But yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? You use the swords trigger. Wait, no, the front hat says double strike, but we're mostly blooding the blood right now. That's the main goal right now. Requiem Angel could be good, but we have to be careful because she is 6 mana, which is a lot. It's 3 gold into the trench coat, and I love it. So mentioned the Meek for card draw. Maybe, like, it's probably fine. It's probably worth it. And look, we've broken it, but we're 15 cards over. So let's take a second and think about our life choices. Okay, let's think about them. As you can clearly see from this list, we are trying to awaken the Blood Avatar. Extus, Auric Overlord, he's there. He can do things sometimes if we draw the right hand. There's a chance we might want to mix stuff around, and we want to add Soul Faithless Looting is really good. There's a chance we want to move stuff around. We want to add stuff like adjust versions for price. Yeah, I'll double check that as I'm talking. There are cards like Village Rites and Altar of the Reap that would actually be really good to add no matter what kind of Aristocrats version deck you're playing, which then just become infinitely better when you have Extus on the battlefield. But we are currently trying to awaken the Blood Avatar. That's our life goal right now, right? And it might... I don't know if we should be adding stuff like that. But if we add stuff like Village Rites and Alter the Reap, then, you know, we're drawing cards. And drawing cards is good. Don't know if you know this. Man, that guy has so much money. I have always disliked Keeper of the Cord. To be perfectly honest. Do you need more spot? Does Calvin need more spot removal? I usually need more spot. If you end up playing a lot of instant sources, the Young Power Master Better Than Meek would be cool. Young Power Master would be really good. I'm not gonna lie there. Cut it. Man, you know what, Adrian? You're a smart boy. I get it. Kazul, Tyrant of Eclipse. Shepherd of the Cosmos, Sun Titan, Kaya's Ghost Form gives 1 mortality for an Alter Assassin. Or the black creature that makes treasures. Hate Mirage is cool, and Monster Mentor will definitely be out of budget. I gotta shoot that down right now. Nicholas, you have a lot of things to say there, and I think out of all of those, like, Sun Titan would be the one that we keep. But I don't think we can actually be playing any of the altars for, like, make the mana, because oof. Yeah, so that would be the hope. Infamous, we have this sack effect out of the we have an edict out of the command zone, right? That's kind of weird. That's a weird thing to think about. Use the guy from Walking Dead. Got it. Monologue text I think would be good, but I think it's going to be a little pricey. First of all, it's not on Architect because it just got spoiled today. And after that, I think it's going to be a little pricey at first because it's Smothering Tithe 2.0. Though I don't think it's anywhere near as good, and I personally think the map is way better. Alter the Brood could be funny. Is Butcher of Malachar in budget? Let me double check Butcher. I'm gonna double check Butcher, and then we're gonna move this. We're gonna start zooming out. Like, we can make it work. We won't be happy about it. It's 7 mana. I'm gonna zoom out now, and I'm going to move our sack outlets to another section. Felidar Retreat. Tybalt, the idea was it's going to be pricey at first. It's going to be pricey at first, and then it will drop. But that window is when we have to make the budget, you know? Infamous, I'm going to follow your lead. Butcher, I never liked you anyways. We just want the blood. Gagari Thugger is great. It's actually a really good guy. Felidar Retreat, Assemble the Legion. Those are the 2 cards I'm thinking of right now. Felidar Retreat and Assemble the Legion. But also mind that this says 115 right now. I'm going to add Assemble the Legion, because I have always loved Assemble the Legion back when I was an American Control player. I love this guy. With the aura makes infinite mana glory. Nicholas is saying, yeah, guy, Assemble the Legion slaps. Nicholas, with the aura makes infinite mana. Nicholas, where's Burning Pit since these tokens? We might end up actually adding Burnished Heart, but I'm trying to figure out what was the last thing Nicholas said? Because he's saying it makes infinite mana. Yeah, that's the next big question mark, but you know, we're also at 100. Actually, everyone vote now on your phones. First, we will just add Burnished Heart because we know what we're about. Idyllic Tutor is probably out of budget. Look at me zooming all the way in. Oh yeah. Do we need removal? Do we actually need removal? Broodmoth is $10. I don't think we could play that. Maybe Spawning Pit, but we're about to double check our sack outlets. Because we have an Edict in the command zone. And I'll be honest, I have no idea how that plays. We need some non-creature. We probably need some non-creature removal. I don't know if I can trust Adrian here. You don't need removal, but maybe I do trust Adrian because he's saying the thing I want. But he might be giving me, like, leading me down a path of temptation. Do you trust Adrian? Vote now on your phones. Savat's Will. Even with you need removal. Jam that Trader Slip. Yeah, so that's the thing. It's permanent removal. Can you play that new one that the one that destroy target permanent, but there's like demonstrate an opponent may destroy target permanent. They make 2 treasures. The opponent may copy it. If they do, you copy it again. That card's very silly. I kind of want to add it to my political deck. Mythos. Mythos is fine. Mythos is very good. I won't tell him. Don't worry. Yes, you puppet. We need removal. Removal wins games. We can't rely on an 8-mana edict. Fucking staple. Like, print that. Tattoo it on my forehead. Yeah, excavation technique. Does Angelic Ascension exile a permanent or a creature? Okay, a planeswalker. That's pretty good. Like, listen. Is there a link to this? Kingsmith. I'm gonna hit the save button, right? And then if you follow this Linktree, introduce. If you follow that link right there, you copy it, put it into your URL, and go from there. You will be able to find our Architect page, which this is currently the most recent deck on. As long as I keep on hitting the save button, I remember to do that, you can follow along online. I'm going to look up generous gift. Generous gift is only $2. If I look over here and I see the stream time, boop. All right. Evoke creatures. We're gonna start going down the path of removal right now, and we really want to be hitting stuff that can hit the anything. Though English Unmaking actually I think is gonna be too expensive no matter what we do. Returned. I don't like returned. What else is there? Blot out. Okay, actually blot out the sky can hit the everything and make a bunch of creature tokens, which is actually pretty good. It does require 8 mana, but I do sure love me some inkling tokens. Keep, it's not we did not add Keep in right now. But I don't think we can go back right now because we do really need to get to removal. We need to be thinking about removal. Vanishing Verse? Vanishing Verse. Exile a target monocolored permanent. That doesn't hit the thing. D-Spark. D-Spark does hit our thing. What is our win con for this deck, Tuco? The win con is to awaken the Blood Avatar so many times that we drain gang, basically. D-Spark is relevant. I'm fine with D-Spark. Merciless Eviction, I think, is this thing you're mentioning there, which is probably fine. In budget, I like Austere Command. I like Austere Command over Merciless Eviction in budget, personally. I also hate Austere Command, so take that as you will. Putrefy. Mortify. Mortify. Oh, Terminate does creature. What's the... Isn't there a red-black version? Rip Apart is sorcery speed. We're not looking for sorcery speed. Blasphemous Act. We're not necessarily looking to kill our own creatures, and we're looking for non-creature removal. Either it hits any permanent, hits a non-land permanent, or it hits a nice range of artifacts and enchantments. Sire? Mortify is bad. Don't play it. I don't know, man. Enchantments have been... I would play Mortify against Calvin Traeger. Let me just put that out there right now. Sire. D-Spark should already be in there. Am I missing any? We need to hit non-creatures. Yeah, we need to hit non-creatures right now because whether or not we have Generous Gift, like we still have this Edict out of the command zone that in the right setup, like we can cast multiple times in a turn, right? Terminate's probably still good. Anguish Unmaking is like $10, man. That's the problem. There's a cheaper version than that. I know that. Have you heard of Fragmentize? Fragmentize is 1 mana, and it hits it with 4 CMC or less, but I think it's still good. Seal Cleansing can affect. Seal Cleansing can stop. That's his right. Tactics, bro. Dire. That's the exile target creature, right? Doesn't. We'll add it in because it's pretty good. The card of Zorgo on the art that is to be utter end. I hate it, but it's the thing. We don't need Feed the Swarm. I think there's probably a white-black effect that will do the same thing. Oh, we should actually, real talk. There's this new set that has a lot of cool white-black and white-red cards that we might want to be double-checking. If anyone remembers anything from Strixhaven, that might be good as we're thinking about removal. Put a short target artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker. Oh, Fracture! Yeah! Fracture is really good. What's that? What's the red-white one? It also has an F&M promo. It's also sorcery speed, but it just does the good. Rip Apart. I think someone said Rip Apart's not that good. I think Rip Apart's good. I think Rip Apart does exactly what we want right now. Rip Apart is neat. Right? Look. 3 damage to a target or artifact or enchantment. Oh, that's sorcery speed. But you know what? Can't have it all. It would be broken. It would be broken if it was instant speed. Let's be real here. Artifact creature, but $5. So about that abrade. Something tactic for my Picoria. Abrade. I'm only thinking only one more. I think we can only go with one more. Okay. We already got Shatterskull Smashing. I don't think so. We do have this weird. There's this X red spell that we added that is so funny. I don't know about that. I don't know about threaten effects in order to sack my opponent's creatures. I don't think we have the. Maybe. Wear Tear would be good. Wear Tear will be fine. And I'm going to look down here for a second. Think about these enchantments. Any of them that are super pivotal to our game plan. Nothing in particular. Hit the save button. Okay, I'm gonna look up Orange Thunder. I'm gonna look up Chaos Warp, and I am going to not think about removal after that. Maybe kicker. Sure. It deals damage equal to that permanent. You might be able to sell me an Orange Thunder. You might actually be able to sell me on that. Chaos Warp. What is the CMC or cost on Chaos Warp? It should be super cheap now because Commander rules changes, right? You still think Sedgemoor would be great. It's cheaper than that for sure. Sedgemoor. Ward, pay 3 life whenever you cast a copy in. It's making pests. I think this is fine for us to add in to think about because this is a sorcery, right? I think we do not have the space for Red Outlands to Blast. I'm gonna put that up there right now. Just right now. Because we're at 34. We're at 134. We gotta make a lot of cuts. And we are already an hour and 40 minutes in, which is no good, right? So we're gonna zoom out. This is now the part where we all make fun of the choices that I made. As we figure out cuts, right? Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball can hit a land. Don't tempt me. Do not tempt me. Do not tempt me. Boop. I'm knocking out the Savai's Crystal right now. Yeah, this could be very blue. Plus 8. Is it $80? We're only shaving $35, and some of these can be cheaper. I already know that. Like that Chaos Warp. And this D-Spark. Well, actually, they can have a price at all. That might be worthwhile. There's that, right? So there are cards that are too far away from the game plan. Oh wow, you're maintaining a price, aren't you? Wow, that's stressful. That's stressful. Yeah, whatever. Bobble is probably okay to cut if budget is concerned. Yeah, Bobble is probably going away. Ha ha. Silly Bobble. Tricks are for kids. Where did Bobble go? Here's Bobble. Boop. Sing. And Sing, if you could play it, please come in like a wrecking ball and sing as you play it. You know, I'm enjoying the meme, so I'm gonna look up Wrecking Ball. That's how you get me. That's it. Ryan Foley, that might be the thing. I don't think we actually need Wrecking Ball because I don't think we're actually gonna be worried about lands that much in this pod. Time to start cutting, fam. Get Utter End out of here. Listen, Utter End. That's a nice chunk of money. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna just. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to cut. Do I cut Fury Storm? I might as well. Let's see here. I wanted to make sure that we had our like locked-ins, stuff that we definitely can't get rid of. There's too much happening. Cut Commander Sphere, then creatures. Keep Fury Storm for now. It would be extremely satisfying though. Yeah, see, everyone's on the same page as me. Cut commander sphere, and then let's go to the creatures, you say? All right, I can go to the creatures. We're going to go over here, and we're going to go to types. No, we go to CMC. We go to CMC, and we're going to do it by alphabet, because that's just going to be easier. We're going to hit the save button. Keep it for the funny bloods. It would be a funny blood. And as you can see, there's a bit of 2-drops. There's some 2-drops going on. Abrade, Alter, Anafenza. We have Anafenza. We have the Anafenza Murderous Red Cap nonsense going on. Mind Stones for Commander Sphere. We have Mind Stone down here. What about Dwarf that makes treasures? We are not in the adding stuff right now. I might be able... what about the Dwarf that makes treasures? Awaken the Blood Avatar cards for Commander Storm. It will count as Commander Storm. Your commander is the physical card, and it just so happens to be a sorcery in this case. Listen, I'm looking at 2-drops right now, right? And there's a few funny things in here. Just this. Okay, I'm gonna be straight with y'all. I don't think I need Dire Tactics. What's Daxos actually achieving? What Daxos is actually achieving is technically a whole lot of nothing. Oh, bye, Negan. You were there as a joke. Daxos is achieving a whole lot of nothing. So he technically is going to gain life and as things just move in and out of field. But yeah, I'm just going to cut him. It's fine. There's still Cruel Celebrant, and we're actually going to. Yes, I know, Adrian. I can hear you in the back of my brain. But we're going to add this guy. This guy is so good, and also the other one. The other one, which is the Solemn Visitor. You all know what I'm about. Double white on 2 might be rough. It's definitely going to be rough, and that's why we cut him. After that, Dire Tactics. I'm just not in for Dire Tactics. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I'm not looking for more targeted creature removal, as we have Awaken in the command zone. So I'm just gonna. Isn't there an Angel Commander Storm card? Boop. Is that relevant? There is an Angel Commander Storm card, and I think we have it in here somewhere. It's in the 6th slot. Yeah, and Imperial Storm, because we plan on casting the commander a lot. That's the big thing. From there, we are kind of in a pickle because we don't actually know. Honestly, not fond of Apprentice Necromancer. I am here to listen to that. I'm going to put him over here. Okay, that's right. I'm in this section, so I got to do it like this. I'm going to put him over there because I don't want to actually forget it exists. But we're going to keep Japanese art for the edginess. We will go Japanese art when we get to the end. We have that. It's way better than Lost, like a white. Listen. So I'm gonna come over here. Worthy Cause, because we're mostly casting the backside. I'm gonna move this to the maybe board. Worthy Cause is something you want to add if you're trying to abuse the front side of Extus with like village rights and stuff like that. But we are not right now. We are trying to awaken the blood. We can't afford the dragon. Do we already have the? I thought I was a good boy and I did not add the dragon. You always end up cutting for Viscera. Entreat the. I don't think we can go with Entreat the Angels because we can't actually interact with the top of our library. That's just my thought. Teysa Karlov we're actually gonna cut because we're not really trying. We have death triggers that will help us continue awakening the blood, but we don't have too many of them. I think we can cut Teysa Karlov right now. Bob. Can we pay tax by sack? Yes, we can pay commander tax by sack. If you have 2 red and 2 black, and then say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 creatures, you can cast Awaken the Blood Avatar twice. Seer is better than Strider. Seer is better than Strider, but Strider also does make the extra body, which is relevant for the nonsense. Don't Calvin. What's Chaos Ghost form even do? We Ember. It will get back a Planeswalker. I was looking at the adventure stuff. The adventure stuff is Ophiomancer is expensive. I don't think Merchant of Vale is contributing enough. Merchant of Vale, where is Merchant of Vale? Here is Merchant of Vale. yeah, so that's ultimately what we're going to come down to with the doodad, with the adventure stuff, right? Because we're not doing the front half. If you were doing the front half, adventure cards become so much better. But we're not. So that's that, I guess. Murderous Red Cat, Murderous Rider, Murderous Rider, Murderous Rider. Even Revel and Riches too slow. Boop. We would get 3 treasures each time, and that's pretty relevant. But Revel and Riches makes you a big target. Man, don't make me second guess the Teysa, because you know I'm a simp for her. So we're gonna add her back. And we're gonna look over here, and we're gonna look back over here. We do need to get to cutting stuff. Cut Orange Thunder. I'm just gonna cut Orange Thunder because that's a bit extra mana. 4 mana is too much. Boop, 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 boop. I still really like release. Increasing Devotion can stay because that's a lot of tokens to make just out of nowhere, right? Destroy all non-token creatures. Skullstorm's hilarious. Fracture, Doom to Center, Despark, Cruel Celebrant. Cut the Ponyback guy. Ponyback Brigade? No! You're right, though. What about the stuff that increases? We are planning on loss of life, but what's probably better than doubling the loss of life, just cast and Awaken the Blood Avatar again. That's where I'm at with that. And we are also definitely at the cut stage of life. If you don't know if you need it or not, just cut it. Just cut out of your life right now. Don't think about it. Don't second guess it. Listen, F indeed. Sedgemore. I'm going to knock out Sedgemore Witch right now, because we're not going to actually doing too many F in chat for Pony Boys. Yeah. I love the Pony Boys, but alas, when Jury dies, it does a thing. Bye, Jury. When we come back, do a different sort of Martyred Aristocrats deck. I'm gonna come back to this Jury, but we are just trying to awaken the blood. There's not that many that are good when you're just in white, because Populate is white-green. That's a problem. Like Sundering Growth would be really good if you could play hybrid mana, right? Let's see here. After that, Grim Initiate, Garrison Cat. Fragmentize is so good. Foulmare Knight. We should... No, I really like that guy. The Blood. Jury's too slow. Infamous, one of them is insane. There's only... Rootborn Defenses, yeah. Rootborn Defenses protects your board. Boop. Save for the Scares, Pillows, Plunderers, Mythos. We're actually going to cut Mythos right now because it does hurt our abilities to cast Awaken the Blood Avatar. Fallmore just seems worse than Vampire or Elvish Visionary. Fuck, you're right. Damn it. And what was I just looking at? Mythos is snap decks. It does that. Mythos actually hurts our ability to recast Awaken the Blood because it loses us our mana basically. Seems with so many twos. Molten Echoes, cut Intangible Virtue. You can convince me to cut Intangible Virtue. It's always sad when I do. She won't do much. Are you running a Boros Charm? Why aren't we running a Boros Charm? Fuck. Hold that thought about Boros Charm right now. Maybe swap something for Oversoul. I don't think we can add Oversoul Mord at this stage, especially not at 5 mana. Molten Echoes, you're saying Molten Echoes can be cut? Molten Echoes, choose a creature type. Yeah, no, we're going to cut Molten Echoes because we can't actually abuse this token creature over here. Hidden Stockpile is definitely going to be slow. I think I remember saying that at the beginning, but then like it's at the beginning of your end step, but it only makes the one thing, and it's on your end step, and it's just... It's just a lot of sadness, you know? I think getting Vigilance and Lifelink is often overlooked. Teysa does give this Vigilance and Lifelink. Think about it. Anyways, after that, cut Dramatic Finale. Yeah, we're gonna cut Dramatic Finale because, well, let's be real here, kids. Where is Dramatic Finale? Excuse me, friend. Why can't I read? One of our more non-token creatures control die. Yeah, we're just gonna cut it. Man, I love that card, but like, okay, Infamous. Do you want me to add it back? You could convince me probably to add it back, but we are definitely in the position where we need to cut a lot. We also still need to cut $15. Like, you gotta think. teysa stays. Infamous. That's beautiful. Going to be investing in draw with Mentor the Meek. We have enough 1/1s, and we do need to maintain some sort of draw power, but I can see getting rid of Mentor the Meek. Hidden stockpile is gone, I believe. Hidden stockpile should be gone. Hit the save button. If you're on this page, be sure to hit the refresh button, because it's a very important step that we all have to take sometimes. After that, we definitely need to find something that's secretly like a bit of money, because we need to make sure we cut down to the tax brax. Wait a second. How about in fact we are way too. Oh. Nope, I can't. Nope, don't make me. Nope. You cannot. We're gonna cut Flesh Wither because it's gonna be a little too slow for us to make it work. Cut Endrick. I think we can cut Endrick only because it's just you have to cast stuff after him in order to make the loop, and we're trying to go. How often can we activate the other teysa? You need to believe in the other teysa. She just does stuff. She just works. And she's so good. Cut Fury Storm. I'm really liking Fury Storm though. Cleansing Nova. I want to cut Cleansing Nova so bad. How good is Orzhov Scion really? I'm going to eat you. Terminate can be cheaper. This Terminate is expensive. We can have a cheaper Terminate, like right over here. Boop. Yep. Wow. We just saved a bunch of money. Isn't that amazing? What's this deck's backup plan? This deck doesn't really have a backup plan because the win condition comes out of the command zone. But there is some nonsense we can get up to. How about Smothering Abomination card? We are past adding more cards right now. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Report defenses is I like Lingering Souls, but can be cut. Lingering Souls probably can be cut. Man, I love Lingering Souls so much. Man, I love Lingering Souls so much. Austere Command, you are expensive. Bye. All right, Austere Command. Awaken the thing. Whenever you cast a spell, it's so good. All right, friend. Listen, friend. I would rather have Fury Storm than Imperial Storm. So I will cut Imperial Storm, okay? I hear you. I see you. I did that. Ryan Brower. Hi. Welcome to the gun show. You're catching this right at the end as I'm freaking out about, not going a million hours. It's not going to make it. I cut the Angel one. I'm dead set on Fury Storm. You have no idea. Listen. Backup plan is going to be... Is Rise the Dreadhorde budget? Rise the Dreadhorde? I think you're talking about the reanimate spell, and technically, yes, that is. Cut all the lands. That's a good idea. Was that work? I'm sorry, Ryan. This is a weird time to stream, I know. Another trader. This is a populate effect that can get some weird nonsense going on. It's like Carl wants. Oh, what am I thinking of? I'm thinking of something that has Dreadhorde in it. We need 10 cards to cut. The lease is probably going to be the thing that cuts. I'm going to be perfectly honest. The lease is a little slow. The lease is... Bye. I just cut the lease. I'm not even going to think about it. I'm not even going to apologize. Don't at me. Listen. Oh, we got to cut one of the... we are going to cut Fanatical Devotion. Because Martyr's Cause, I think, is better. Whom the commander? The commander is Voldemort, obviously. But we're not actually playing Voldemort. We're just playing the idea of Voldemort, making the tokens. We are not running Pyromancer and Friends because Pyromancer would be really good with the front half. But we are not the front half. We are the back half. We just incidentally have white. Skullstorm? We are cutting Skullstorm. That is a lot of mana. I'd rather have the other thing. Is some of the Legion too slow? Man, some of the Legion probably is too slow. Is Altered Dementia actually... No, we cut Altered Dementia because we are not actually abusing our own graveyard that much, even though we have some graveyard effects. Assemble the Legion, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it for your mind's sake, guy. I love Assemble the Legion so much. Nazrael, I'm sorry, I cut Alter because we're not actually doing that much with our graveyard at the moment. How many creatures can you reservoir log to see if it's worth it? Most of the creatures are 2 power or less, I believe. So we can get a lot of things back with the dude. Generous gets, it makes our edicts effects worse, but it does get an anything, and that's really important. Time to cut Fury Storm. I think actually the problem with Viserys here in this style is we're not actually the aristocrat style of that. We're going to be sacrificing for sorcery over here. So you know what? You're right. Bye, Viserys here. Look at that. Don't worry about that. We need to cut 5 more cards. 5 more cards to cut. 5 more cards. Do we really need Kaya's ghost form? Let's be honest, kids. Do we need Kaya's ghost form? I don't think we need Kaya's ghost form. I like the card, but our main creature is a token, and like listen, change the popular into root defenses. We already have root defenses actually. Do you want to cut some sack, or should you? We did actually just cut a couple sack outlets, right? So that does make Anafenza worse, right? And that makes Murderous Redcap worse. And are we really going for that combo right now? What sack outlets do we even have anymore? We have Woestrider. We have Martyr's Cause, which I really like Martyr's Cause. Skull Clamp's over here, which is kind of a sack outlet, but not really. After that, it protects Dualcaster Mage. Dualcaster Mage is 25 cents, and if you get 5 mana and 3 creatures, you boom. That's 2. That's 2 blood avatars. I'm actually gonna keep that. Cut Anafenza. Yeah, we're just gonna cut Anafenza. We're not gonna even worry about the that sort of line right now. Which means we're actually. No, we won't cut Murderous Redcap because Persist does let me do the thing twice. Spawning Pit is a solid sack outlet. We don't have Spawning Pit right now, and I do not feel like adding it because we are in the end game. We are already past it. Faded Teeth is bad. We don't need to worry about mana right now, man. Redcap Anafenza comes out before Dualcaster. Yep, and then we just... Well, no, Murderous Redcap we can sack to the first Awaken the Blood Avatar, so I still think it's good. If we aren't Resto comboing, I like cutting the Redcap combos. It is still another, like, this is a creature that we get to use twice, and I think that's worthwhile. And I just want to double check Murderous Redcap's power. Does it even exist? It's over here, Calvin. It's 4 mana creature, actually. Calvin, do you actually want Murderous Redcap? No, not at 4 mana. Never mind. Or come on, just be 5. We'll cut the Teeth Taker before an offensive. The Teeth Taker has Afterlife 1. Thoughts of Fortune Reclamation. You can't awaken the Blood Avatar, hit the graveyard, and then bounce your commander right back to him. What's it? You can cut 1 land. 35 is enough. Don't tempt me. You can. He's right. He can get cheaper 2 creatures in 4 mana. You can get cheaper 2 creatures in 4 mana. Yeah, we cut Murderous Redcap. Though Pitiless Plunderer is still going to be very good. Cut Sad Robot. I do not want to cut Sad Robot. Sad Robot is my friend. So here's a familiar card. Rip Combos. Sad Robot is my best friend. He and I have been through so much together. Oof, that's a lot. Your deck isn't that expensive. How about, so you're telling me, how badly do we like our 4-drops? How badly do I like my 4-drops? One of them is Sorin Solemn Visitor, and the other one is Sorin Lord of Innistrad, and the list one is Teysa Karlov, and all of them give Awaken the Blood Avatar lifelink. I love them a lot. Are you telling me to cut Sarah for the scales? Because, hey man, hi Lorisu, you're coming at the end game where I'm trying to make all these cuts. Look for all the 1 and 2 mana Undying Persist creatures. Cut Karma Card and add Boros Charm. Boros Charm! Not a chance. 36 is good. Cut Heart instead of Sad Robot. So I could probably get away with so if I cut lands, that'll be something that like I do after, right? Let's just say I'll fix up the mana base later. Let's say we go down a mountain and we go down there's plains. We'll just make it go down to plains right now so we can just think about it. Karmic Rev is too good. Don't cut them. I don't want to cut them. Oh, that's less creatures than I thought. Well, actually, we can come over here and we can check types, right? And now we can see that our creature list is 28, which isn't actually that bad. Ryan, you're on crack. See, Ryan and me speak the same language. I don't know what you're talking about. I only need like 4 lands, right? Cut Mentor the Meek. We can cut Mentor the Meek, actually. Mentor the Meek is going to be a bit too much when we're trying to actually play out our hands. Boop. And now we're actually under. We just suddenly ran out. So we can do something like Boros Charm, right? Except we haven't actually settled on whether or not we're going to do just 34 lands. Vote now on your phones. Infamous is saying, oh, that's looking for yeah. Cut Extus. You know? Listen. And I don't think I actually added Angelic Ascension yet because I'm not on board with adding targeted creature removal in order to do the thing. Where are all the commander staples? We are on a $125 budget, so all the commander staples that are a lot of money are not in here. Boros Charm is really good. I love Woe Strider, and it makes 2 creatures, man. It makes 2 creatures. You gotta think about that. You gotta think about the fact that it makes 2 creatures. 34, 35. So we're on 34 right now, and we still have, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana rocks. And then this is cheaper so long as we cast creatures. So that might be... Though I can see an argument of having to go back up 1 more land, and we still really like Boros Charm. But this, I'm not doing 33. Like, I am on board with you there. Sorry, Ryan. They will yell at me if I do 33 lands, and they will make fun of me until the end of time. It's inevitable. What about Goblin Sling Captain? I cannot do ads right now because we are trying to wrap up the list so we can see the thing. No, do it. It would be on brand. Yeah, that would be some fun games when Calvin just doesn't. Some games where Calvin doesn't do anything. Listen. I think with all of that, the last thing that we do is we cut Sorin Solemn Visitor, and we add Bolas's Citadel. And we see that we are still within budget, and I think we're good. I think we're good. Should we cut Wake Reflection? I don't actually want to cut Wake Reflection because Awaken the Blood Avatar is so fun. Siege game might actually be worthwhile. Kill Karmic Guide, cut the lands. World Soul do seem bad. At least you can play the game if you flood. Yeah, you can play the game if you flood. With all that said, I think this is the list, right? Elspeth Sun's Champion is definitely outside budget. You can probably get away with adding the other Elspeth. Elspeth, the bad one. Elspeth the bad one. I love saying that. Oh, you can't. Why is she $10? Hold on. Consider being better. Dark Ritual for less mana. Maybe the 1 mana one. No, I think this is it. I think we're good, right? You can play her if you cut Fury Sword. We're actually at 99 cards right now, and I don't know how that happened. But I think we're good. I just gotta find something to reback add in to get this up. Yeah, it looks good. Sun Champion is cheaper price one. You did add Bolas to Citadel. Did I not? Oh, there's my problem. You're right. You're right. See, I went through all the steps and I never hit that button. Oh no, we're at the thing. We can fix it on the mana. We can get this to under 125 with the mana when I go to tweak that up. But there it is. Like, this is the deck. She dropped her phone. Add a land. No, we're doing 34. We're committing. I have no idea what else to say. I have hit the save button. Later on, you put back in. I cut Solemn Visitor. The Vengeful Bloodlord has a reanimate effect on it. I'm not ever. Vengeful Bloodlord is the best Sorin. So with that, this is the deck. This is the deck all of you are gonna see on camera later. And guess what? Phil with the $5. Phil, I love you too. Thank you, friend. But no. Oh yeah. What is the curve? But like you might see me come back in and tweak it up. Like I'm gonna make the mana base actually match the fact that we have a lot of white, right? But I think the curve is fine enough when we're trying to get rid of a bunch of let's just sack all our creatures. We'll double check the some MDFCs later on, but that's some tweaking that I can do after hours. You'll see me move stuff to the maybe board. I'm just gonna hit these off right now just so we don't see them. But this is for the most part the deck you're gonna see later on this channel when we do our big fat budget games. Scrub 28 lands are nothing. Listen, 28 lands would be a lot of fun, but I play Song of the World Soul, friend. Hey John, I'm glad you caught the last few minutes of this. This is the deck you're gonna see later on in the channel. And I'm being told I gotta go to bed. I don't need to sleep ever. Listen, I'm gonna go. I hope you all had fun, because I love doing this. I love doing this nonsense. Comment down below what other decks you want to see later on this week, because because of some nonsense that happened a couple weeks ago. This week there's going to be a bit more deck building, not like content going on. I don't actually know what Adrian's complete plans are, but you know what? We're going to do the thing. This is the deck. Please follow the architect. You all should know that live streaming gameplay is coming back this Sunday. The nonsense is over with for now. Which means that the Saskia deck will be coming. Our good old friend Neon Mushroom no longer has the COVID. His voice might sound a little rough, but he no longer has the thing. So you don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Tuco, you've been great on this stream too. Those gameplay streams back on Sunday. Later this week there will be more deck building streams. Let us know if there's anything from Strixhaven that you want us to build as we make our own plans behind the scenes. I still want to figure out doing spell table stuff, especially on streams. But that's a conversation, I guess, outside of this particular stream, which is all about Voldemort. With that said, thank you for coming to Blood the Blood. I'm glad I blooded the blood with you. Please check it out on patreon.com/bloodthebloodblood in order to blood our blood. You can find me on twitter.com/bloodbloodblood in order to, yell at me. Or Adrian is blooding the blood over on Instagram. Hit that like, share, and blood button. And be sure, Boros Charm did make it. I believe Boros, yep, there it is. I hope I catch you next time, because this was fun. I like hearing the sound of my own voice. Is that funny? I hope it's funny to me, and that's really all that matters. So I hit this transition button. I'm gonna hit this button. Where's this button? Here's the button.